Hello, hello, it is Friday night. The weekend's here. It's art. Let's do some art. It's an art weekend, yeah. Welcome to my desk. This is Meri at the Meri Atelier, and I'm going to do something a little different tonight. I'm going to work on current projects, which is, well, I'm going to try to work on current projects, but I always like to do something different on Friday nights. So what I've done is I've had these in my little stash room. I cleared the doorway to my stash room so I can get in there. And I had put these boxes together. I think I have close to 20 of them. This happens to be number 9. And this is just like that box of scraps that I've been working out of, except they are in kits. I've tried to put them together, but I have no idea what's in them now. We'll just see. Hi, Elise. Welcome in. Elise, are you in Canada? I noticed that Katia, I don't know why I thought you were in Southern North Carolina. I don't know. You know, there are just so many people. I get you all mixed up. But you speak French, don't you? I just realized that. Hi, Joyce. Welcome in, Joyce. Is Becky here? Hi, Becky. So I'm going to work out of, I've got 4 of these out tonight, just in case these don't inspire me. Hi, Sherry Van. Welcome in, welcome in. Let me get over here to my notepad so that I can see, because I was just looking at my, I'm streaming on my phone and it's facing down and I'm above it, and when I look down I can kind of see who comes in. But over on this way I've got my notepad set up and I can see you all better. But it doesn't scroll quite as nice. So I kind of like to do different things. You are in Canada, Elise? Well, bonjour. That's about all I know in French. I think I remember how to say what time is it, and good day. Hello is what is hello? Hi. Bonjour. Let's see. Joyce is here. Elise, Aunt Beck, Sherry Van. Welcome in, ladies. Scott and I snuck off and we did a bit of thrifting. Becky, why does that not surprise me? I can't wait to see what you did. You haven't done any. How are you feeling, Becky? Are you still or are you just, you look like you might, or, well, just looking at your at your screen name, it just looks like you might feel a little bit better than you did yesterday. I was thinking, much better? Good. Good for you. Hi, Legia. Legia went to the museum and saw a Mayan. You participated in a workshop, didn't you, with Mayan, M-A-Y-N, embroidery? And she posted some things on Facebook, and it looked like they were pulling out embroidery. Is that what they were doing? You kind of have to explain it. Joyce said, I went to buy my little table, but on closer look, the top was cracked, so I didn't buy it. Well, that was wise. I mean, yeah, it's probably why it was on sale. Well, I don't know if it was on sale. Let's say for sale. Hi, Ellie K. How's little Asher doing? Do you have any sort of an update? I was thinking about him this morning. Joyce said, I got a Vera Bradley purse for $15. Ooh, cool. Vera Bradley. She's cool. Very cool. See? You were rewarded for your wisdom. Hi, Angie Brown. Welcome in, Angie Brown. Let's see, what did I do today? I attended a workshop, an online workshop. I did something else. I can't remember. I must have taken a nap after that. I was sort of tired. Before I knew it was 3 o'clock. And I hadn't even eaten any dinner. I had a couple cookies. You only spent $3.98? Well, let me guess. You bought yarn. Oh. I found a bag of tatting thread that I forgot that I even had when I was sorting out here. I still have to, I tend to pile boxes, well, not pile boxes, put things behind me. And it blocks my path to my bookcases. And I clean it out and I block it up again. And I clean it out and I block it. Needs to be cleaned out again. So I'll see if I can't get to that. Legia said, pulling out strands of the cloth to make an open squares and then embroidering between. Oh, that's kind of like what we did with K3N this week. She called it from the same cloth. That is a known technique. I used let's see, I think my piece is in here because I showed it and I haven't taken it back yet. Did I take it back in the other room? Well, just because I want it, I must have taken it back in the other room because I don't see it right. Well, here it is. I have this was the piece that we did this week, Legia, and not this, but let me get to it. This, and I used like a bread cloth, this pink here, and you can't see because I pulled out, well, you can see, all the threads that I dyed were in here, and that's what all these brown threads are, what I pulled out from here, and then I stitched in here. But in order to figure out the shape of my page, this cloth was wider, like this. And I pulled out threads here, here, and here to get the size of my page. And then I just did running stitches, and mostly running stitches in here of different kinds. And I had noted, where is it? Did I cut it out? I think I cut it out. At one place in here, they used double threads. And so I started, I played with doing some double threads down in here. And where else? Right in here, I think. And then I went back to using single threads. But the idea of this was we didn't knot anything. So, and I'm working on my Dresden plate pieces. I'll be working on those this weekend. Wonky Wednesday. I follow K3N Cloth Tales, and she does a Stitchery Journal page every Monday. And on Wednesday, she does a Wonky Wednesday project, which, you know, we kind of more free with that. Well, because she's kind of free with, she doesn't hold your mistakes against you. I like her a lot. I do like her a lot. Let me put my... Let's see, what else is going on? Ali K says, Asher is home for 2 weeks before he starts on radiation. He is having trouble walking and swallowing. The therapists come daily to help with what he eats through feeding tube at home. Oh, hugs. Where is he having his, where does he have his medical procedures? Is it there in Wisconsin, or is he affiliated with St. Jude's in any way? Because that's what I think of when I hear you talk about him. I think of all the young ones at St. Jude's. Angie says, I cleaned a man's house, and by the time I got home, I was out of breath. I'll bet you were. Men can be kind of sloppy. Some of them can be neat. Legia says, all of you who do this with skill, I bow to you all. Well, I think a lot of it depends on the count of your fabric, how many threads you have in there. I used a more of an open weave fabric where I could actually see the hole. I used what they call a breadcloth in needlework. Allie K says, Meri, a friend of the family started a meal train, so they have tons of food. My cousin's mom is staying with them for the time being to help take care of their first grade twin boys. Oh, that's cool. Meri, you sure make it look easy, but I inspired you to give it a try. Well, don't give up on yourself. You know, sometimes you need to set it back and let your mind dwell on it. I kind of identify with what you're saying because I have that same issue with tatting with the shuttle. I can do needle tatting. I enjoy needle tatting, and I handle it with a modicum amount of skill. But I am struggling to do shuttle tatting. And I keep saying in my head, if these ladies who lived 200 or 300 years ago could do it, why can't I? You know, something in my head says if they could, I can. But I know it logically in my head what needs to happen. But technically, I'm not giving up. And that's what you should do, is not give up. Well, you could try different techniques, but sometimes you just need to let the technique kind of settle in your brain for a bit and try it again another time, or pick it up another time and say, okay, I'm just going to try a little. Angie said she got Happy Mail today. How did you get Happy Mail, Angie? Nobody knows your address. Hi, Lucia. There's Lucia McGill. Becky says, let's see. Becky says, Angie. Where did I see that? Angie, did you have your appointment with the heart doctor? If so, if you don't mind me asking, how did it go? We want to know, Angie. Angie said a prayer. She says, Dear Heavenly Father, please be with Allie and her family during this time. In God's name, amen. Amen, Angie. Thank you. You know, these little sentence prayers, I believe God hears them and honors them and respects them. We don't know how it's going to turn out, but we know if we trust things to God that what is best for little Azure will be done. We don't know what's going to happen, but we're praying that what he's going through, he will get much, much better. If not, you know, I keep saying he's just a baby. He deserves a life. Allie Case says, Meri, my cousin said it is one of the best children's hospitals for neurology. Hi, Meri. I'm reading Lucia's comment. Hi, Meri. Hi, everyone. Happy weekend. Happy weekend to you, Lucia. Elise said amen to Allie K's prayer. Lucia said amen. Angie said she got Happy Mail, and I want to know how she got Happy Mail because she doesn't give out her address. We can't send her mail. We want to know if you, Becky asked you if you had your appointment with the heart doctor and how it went. Am I just not seeing it yet? Brenda, hi Brenda. Brenda A, she's saying hello to everybody. She says, hi Elise, Allie, Legia, Sherry, Angie, Joyce, and I'm spinning. I've been having some internet issues, but I saw online where the country's having internet issues, so I don't know if we're under a cyber attack or what, but Probably not, but it's been a long, long time since I've had my stream spin. And it did this morning, and I just saw it spin on my... Am I frozen? Am I frozen? No, my screen is... I just didn't have my hands up there. With the shuttle, I can do 5 or 6 and then a knot. I can do 1 or 2 and then a knot. I can do better, Elise, flipping that first leg of the stitch. The second leg you would think would be much easier because you just go over and under. And I figured out I have to have, because I have such large hands. I mean, my hands are they're long. And I have to have a good amount of thread to bring that thread over and under and still put it. I have to have a pretty good amount of thread. Well, when I pull it up and over, I have all this thread. And you know, I have kind of an issue with it, pulling it down to the pinch, down to the pinch, because I have all these loose threads. But I have found that if I pull on it gently before I kind of close up my hand there, but then at a certain point, when it gets down to a certain point, move my... And then the other thing is I have a broken little finger that never healed back straight. And so when I move this finger, this one moves and this one tries to. So I don't know if I'll ever be able to shuttle tap, but I'm not giving up. I know it in my head what needs to happen. It's the technical part of it. I'm not frozen. Becky says you are. I think I was frozen for a little bit. Angie says, Aunt Beck, who is in your heart? Angie, you are. She wants to know if you had an appointment with your heart doctor. Becky says, okay, I want you to know you are in my heart. You are, Angie. Lucia says, I was out without internet for 2 days the other day. I had to use my work cell phone as a hotspot to even work. Oh, really? See, I'm thinking that our internet is going through some, I don't want to say cyber attacks. I don't want to say that because, you know, that may be, but I think, you know, I could see what happened to me this morning. That's not happened a long time. I don't want to say cyber attacks because, you know, that's probably doesn't have any factual basis. Let's see. Hi, Cynthia McCoy. She says, hi, Meri and all. Allie Kay says, did you all hear that Walgreens and CVS will be closing a bunch of their stores and Rite Aid may be filing for bankruptcy? No, I did not hear that. Oh, my goodness. Why? Especially Walgreens. I don't know too much about CVS because they're not in our area. And Rite Aid is not in our area, but Walgreens, gosh, they have a store in every little town above 10,000 almost around here. They're all over the place. Lucia says hello to Cynthia. Cynthia says hi to Lucia. Meri, this mail had over 30 rubber stamps in it. Did you do an auction haul, Angie Brown? You are toying with us with your happy mail. 30 rubber stamps. Did you go to a sale by any chance? Lucia says, I heard about CVS, Allie. I didn't know that Walgreens too. Ugh. They're going to make us get meds online now. Or the doctor's office going to have to for pharmacies too? That's a question mark. Joyce said they closed our Walgreens except for the pharmacy a few months ago. Really? Oh my goodness. Allie Kay says she's not sure why. She thinks the big mail pharmacies are pushing them out of business. Oh my goodness. Well, my brother gets all his medicine through the VA, and he does get them in the mail. We order them on the phone, and he takes meds for various things. I don't take anything. In fact, when I had that incident with my kidneys last October, they prescribed some medicine, and I went and got it. But when I read the sheets, I'm going, it's going to kill me to take this. You know, they had all kind of impending death warnings. I'm going, I'm not that sick that I'm going to take. And one was just for pain. One was for pain, but it wasn't like a Tylenol or something like that. It was some sort of medicine. It was a prescription. I didn't take it. I read the fact sheet and I said, my brother, he just ignores all that. He said, the doctor ordered it, I'm going to take it. Well, yeah, but the one for pain, I didn't worry about too much because after we went there, I really didn't have the same kind of pain anymore. I think mine was more of an isolated incident to warn me to take better care of my health. And I have been since last October. It has been a year since that happened. It happened on October 4th of last year. And boy, I tell you, I cut down on salt. I cut down on sugar. I still eat salt. I still eat sugar. I occasionally have red meat, but not very often. I eat a lot of salads and vegetables. And fruit, I'll eat fruit, certain kinds of fruit. But I won't eat hamburgers. And well, see, that's not true because when we go out and we stop at Freddy's, I'll have a hamburger. But I don't eat it every day. I cut out eating bacon. I won't eat bacon. I won't eat pork. I won't, well, pork is not red meat. But there's a lot of stuff I won't eat. I think sweet potatoes, too, are not good for people with kidney issues. And my kidneys have been much better, and I feel better. But I think it was a warning for me to take care of myself and to be aware of what I'm putting in my mouth. Not that I'm in perfect health, but let's see. Hi, Steve. Welcome in. He says the internet. Not sure if let's see. Steve says, Meri, I think it has to do more with sun flares and being able to see the aurora borealis in the U.S. Oh, really? The internet issues are the sun flares? Well, that's a nature's cyber attack. The nature is cyber attacking us. That could be very well true, Steve. Thank you for saying that. I do appreciate that because I don't want to, sometimes I see this stuff online and it honestly scares me when some of this stuff I read, about the wars and countries at war and all of that. It scares me and sometimes my imagination runs away with me, but what will be, will be. We just need to trust that. I really truthfully think that the United States, I think, well, it's my hope and prayer that, we might go through some really hard times. I don't think we're immune from hard times, but I think God has his hand, and I'm speaking as a Christian, I think God has his hand on our country for several reasons. I'm going to get up on my podium a little bit. In our Bible, God honored people like Abraham, and he honored it into the future, Abraham into the future generations. And I kind of think that our ancestors fought for freedoms for us. And I hear all these things about, we're going to lose our freedom. And, I hear some scary stuff you do on the internet. But, my heart says, we had the military. There are people who fought for our freedoms and lived and died for our freedoms in past wars, like the world wars. And, and I have to say some of them for religious causes, and I think God honors that into future generations. I think our country will have to be completely degenerate before God gives up on us. And I base that on the Bible too, because I think of Sodom and Gomorrah. Now, this is a Bible study a Bible story for those of you who don't believe. I'm not preaching at anybody. I'm just kind of talking about what I read in the Bible. In Sodom and Gomorrah, before those angels went in and destroyed, Lot or Abraham said, "Will you save the city if there are 10 people who trust in God?" I'm paraphrasing it, and the response was, "If I could find 10 or 50, I guess it was 50, then 25 or 10." He kept going down, and they had to almost be completely degenerate before they in the Bible story before the angels would go in and destroy it, or even God would allow it to be destroyed. And I'm repeating the Bible story. I'm not preaching at anybody because I want to reiterate, I'm well aware that there are people in our streams and watching the replay that don't believe in a higher power. Or there are some that have other faiths other than Christianity. I'm well aware of that. And I don't want to offend anybody, but I do want the freedom to talk about my faith and, even talk about Bible stories in an informational as I understand it. And I'm not always right. You guys know that. Becky knows that for sure. Becky said, "It's crochet, Meri." I said, well, I don't know. I think it's tatting. It's crochet, Meri. It was crochet. So I'm not always right. But that's why when we hear something, whether it's on the internet, whether it's in our family, or even from somebody we love and trust, you always need to, I want to say, fact check it. And, don't believe everything you say. Certainly don't believe everything I say. But there are some things that you should believe. All right. I'm off my soapbox. Let's do some art. Meri, Asher lives in Texas. They are working with one of the Dallas Children's Hospitals. Okay. Thank you, Allie. Well, I was praying for him today, and when I pray for him, I kind of say, God, he's just a baby. He needs a life. These young ones who have to suffer so much before they even have a childhood. It just breaks my heart. The supermoon is amazing, Becky says. I'll bet it is. I haven't seen the supermoon this year, but I remember, when I lived out in Denver, it was in 86 and 87, I lived in Denver, and I moved home, and I think it was around March? I think I moved home around March, and then later on in the year, my mother and I drove out there to get my belongings that were in storage. And, then I didn't have a lot of belongings. I just had a little trailer on the back of my car. I didn't need a whole lot to bring stuff home, but my mother had family out there, and so she went with me. And I can remember, I can shut my eyes and see it. We were on the south side of Denver in a little suburb called Littleton, and I was driving east. And it must have been a supermoon, because that moon was the biggest moon I'd ever seen. It was great, big, full. It was just awesome moon. No protection from the sun, Legia says. Allie K says, I saw it yesterday, Becky. It's awesome. I have to go out. I think we've been having cloudy weather, though. I'd have to go peek out, maybe after the stream. Angie says, Meri, it's your channel. Talk about whatever you want. Thank you, Allie K. Well, but still, I don't want people to feel uncomfortable when I start talking about Christianity, thinking that I'm preaching at them, because it's really my belief that everybody has. I believe that the Bible the Bible, for me, is the Word of God and truth. But the Bible also says, choose this day whom you will believe. And I believe God gives every person the right to believe what they want to believe. And whether it's true or not, they have that right to choose. And I don't, and then on the other thing that I feel, and this is just my opinion, is we're all on different journeys. We all have different experiences in life that shape us and shape, like, I was raised in a small town. I was raised in a conservative area in Nebraska where I'm probably lean more toward, I'm an independent politically, but I probably lean more toward the Republican Party just because, well, I was raised in a very conservative area, but I believe that way too. Now, there are people who are completely opposite, and they have the right to their belief. And so we're shaped by our experiences. We're on different journeys. You can change your mind at any time. I'm an independent. I used to be a Republican, and then I changed to the Democrat Party, and then I changed to an independent party. So there was one time that I did not like the Republican Party very well. And so in a way, when I hear comments about the Republican Party, I think of how I used to feel. But so I guess what I'm saying is we're on different journeys, spiritually and politically, and even in our lives. We have different family situations, education. Some of us are much, much smarter than the rest of us. Me included. I'm probably in the, well, I wouldn't call myself dumb. I'm not dumb at all. I can handle life, but I'm certainly not a genius either. But I'll tell you, being on here, I learn a lot. I learn a lot from you guys. Allie K says, you must be Angie now, and I am Allie. Oh, did I get my words? Meri, go above and read what I said. Is that what you said, Meri? It's your channel? Is that what you're talking about? Hi, Goldie. Allie, you must be Angie and I must be Allie. I get my tongue tied sometimes. I'm not perfect, you guys. I am not one to climb up on a pedestal and say I'm better than everybody else because I know better. Legia says, I agree, Angie. It's her channel and she can speak about whatever she wants. And that's true to a certain point. But there are things to be respectful of other people too. I mean, we can't, there are YouTube guidelines. And I have to say, I'm probably a little bit more conservative in my speech than a lot of other people are. I have trouble telling dirty jokes just to get laughs. I have trouble with that. But on the other hand, I'm not going to criticize anybody who does it because, that's their personality. That's what they do. But I don't know. Hi, Goldie. Your ATCs are in the mail, Allie K says. They went out on Tuesday. Andrew says, no, I knew I was getting mail and it came from a crafter. Very cool, Angie. Well, you must have given your address out to somebody. But you got 30 rubber stamps, so I give them my address too. Hi, Jacqueline. Welcome in, Jacqueline. Okay, let me get off my soapbox and open this. Box number 9. We're going to work out of this. I have no idea what's in this. I put this together a couple years ago. Just right before Becky started her bits and bops, I was packing these boxes. And then I did some Ziploc bags for bits and bops. So what's in here? There's not a whole lot in here. So maybe we can use this up. To Meri from Leslie. Leslie who? Here's some, I eat a cloth and it looks like some linen that I started stitching on. I was going to do one of my alphabet ladies here. I left my needle in there. I should probably take that out and take care of it. This is Aida. It's a 14 count needlework. We've got a shoe napkin here, a pink shoe. There was one time where I was doing a atlas, and there was a lot of discussion about the pink shoe, the high heel shoe. This is Meri Alt. This is from Keisha. We'll do, don't you think these go together? This is just a note saying this is kit 9. These are flip notes. I think I probably got them in Happy Mail. Put that there. Here's some napkin backs. Oh, look, here's some dies and stamps. I have my dies out. I'm not going to do it tonight, but I should do it tonight because this is Refill Friday. Here's some lace. I have a feeling this is a Keisha box because these are Meri Alt. She used to call me Meri Alt, so I know this has been a while ago. Here's a napkin, a coffee bread napkin, bottoms up. And here's a bag. I don't know if that came from Keisha or Care. I tend to think this came from Care. Here's a tassel made out of yarn and some leaves. I could put this in my fall journal. This is from Keisha again. Doesn't even look like I've opened it. Let's open it. What is this? Goodness. I probably knew what it was at the time, so I said I'm not going to open it. I do that. These are, it says amateur radio, 5 cents. Are they stamps? I think these are stamps, postage stamps. Postage stamps. We'll take these out. Some more napkin backs. I guess I could put that tassel over here. Some more postage stamps. Meri Alt. $37. Oh, I don't think these are $37. This must have been something else. I don't think I'd pay $37 for a package of stamps. I'm not sure what that is. It looks like $37. Oh, here's some pom-poms. Who are these made by? Angie, cheerleader. Angie, cheerleader. Pom-poms from Angie, Miss Angie. That's just my note. What's this? Some accessories for toggle, 15 sets of heart toggle assortment. And some postcards to my dear aunt. And I remember her showing these. These are like little cigarette. I think this box came from Keisha. And then I put some double-sided tape in there. So, these things I'm going to pop back in. I've got a lot of empty bags. What's this? I'll keep that out. These napkin backs and maybe the linen I'm going to pop back in here because I'm not going to do anything with those right now. Let's grab another box and let's see if I can't combine a couple of these. I brought out 4 boxes because I kind of want to make a journal on the fest here. BBYS. Something your stash. Bust your stash. Something. BBYS. We had a name for that. I know it's Bust Your Stash, but I forget what the BB is. Okay, there are tickets and flashcards, more tape. I'm going to put this tape up here. A napkin, some tea bags. We'll use those. Look, some Tim Holtz. some Tim Holtz. This is kit 1. I'm wanting to build a, here's some Bo Bunny stamps. I think I got these from, I think these came from Rhonda Jinx, a Rhonda Jinx lady. Just some Tim Holtz ephemera. I'll keep that out. But I'm looking for some, oh, here we go. Something that can qualify as pages. So we're going to build a little journal, I think, with this. I don't think I'll go any further than this box because I think I have plenty. I got some paint, some turquoise red. I think that might have came from Karen K. I got some pattern paper. I got clock numbers. I might reach back in here. Look, there's a stamp that says for you. Some washi tape. I'm going to keep that out. A napkin. Some tea bags that haven't been, they're pressed open. What's this? Look at all this. Tim Holtz. All right, I have plenty to work with. I'm going to take all of these, with the exception of the paper, and put it in here, because I think this is all background. This is this could be an art journal kit in itself, right here. Maybe 10 of them. And I'm going to put all these little. See, this is stuff I need. Well, I might put this bag in the other. Let's keep the stamp out, the napkins, the stamps. These clock numbers in this bag are going to go in that other box, because and the lace. I probably won't use the lace. And I'm going to keep this out. I'm going to put it with my die cuts. I found my die cuts. Flashcards, the pink shoe, stamps. I don't think I paid. I think that I just don't think I paid $37 for these stamps. There must have been something else in here. I don't think she would have charged me that much. All right. So what we're going to do is get rid of these. Not get rid of them, but put them in the other box. This is what I'm not going to use. I'm going to start with that paper. I'm going to start with that smaller paper. And I don't know if I'll make a journal or journal insets or insertions. So let's start with some napkin collage, because I certainly have napkins. Let's pull out the napkins and the paper. Let me set this back up. And let's go in here and pull out. I might have to pull everything out again. Napkins is what I'm looking for. Bottoms up, and I should have done that before I piled everything back in here. Here's some napkins. Here. We're going to collage some napkins first. Tea bags. These tea bags, there's a project in that new Somerset holiday issue using flat tea bags like this. Napkin backs I could stamp on. And here's a napkin, a card napkin. This looks like a little journal that I started page in here. We might keep this out, use that as an inset. I guess I didn't go all the way down here. Well, I think that's all the napkins. All right, I'm going to set this aside, get it off my desk. Let me look at chat. Let me refresh chat. I like to play doing different things on Friday nights. So sometimes, you know, I need to finish painting that prompt card box, but I'll save that for another time. I want to do this. So what this is scrapbook paper that's white on one side, and it's 12 by 12. You fold it and it's 6 by 6, and I think that's what this is. So I might do something. This is very much my style. Looks like I painted it. Looks like I used walnut ink on it. It's very pushed back. Hi, Mina. Welcome in, Mina. Godie says, that's good to keep so busy crafting. Godie says, Angie says, Godie, I make many things. I can't remember what I make sometimes. Godie said, that's good. It keeps you busy crafting. Sherry says, my internet is out. I'm streaming without it. Oh, really? Are you on like your phone or something? Steve says it's probably because of the sun flares and you know, I tend to believe that. That's a little bit more reasonable than thinking it's a cyber attack. I had to get a drink of water. Joyce says, hi, Mina. Cherry Band says, I am. She's on her phone. Let's see, what else is going on? Angie says, Godie, I read that. Oh, Blast Bash Your Stash. See, Allie K remembers that. BBYS. Stands for Blast Bash Your Stash. Thank you, Allie K. Allie K says, I want to make pom-poms for crochet hats. Angie, I have Angie pom-poms in that box. I'm sure I got those from Keisha. I never did buy a bowl from you, Angie. I think I did one time. I bought it and somebody else wanted it, so I passed it to them. And that was that. Mina says hello to everybody. Mina, your card went out today. I sent out cards to Stitch It Pam. Stitch It Pam won the book page envelope that I did this morning, but she won a card yesterday, and Arlene and Mina. And they all went, I sent out Happy Mail today. You guys should give me a gold star for sending out my Happy Mail today. I had to hunt for envelopes to put it in, but I found them. Hello, lucky winner, Pam. Jacqueline says, hi, Pam. Welcome in. Aunt Beck, are you feeling better? I think she is, Angie. Because she went thrifting today. And I asked her early on, and she said she's feeling much better today. Jacqueline popped in. I was wittering. You watch K3N Cloth Tales, and she uses these English words that I'm learning the English vocabulary. We call it jabbering. They call it wittering. I was wittering when Jacqueline popped in. I was up on my soapbox. Legia says hello to Stephen. Okay, we're back about... I don't want to go back into that. Steve says, Meri, I'm not sure you saw my note from this morning, but I use a cheese grater, and I did see that, Steve, and I thought that was a really good idea. When he grades his wax, he uses a cheese grater and a large, he probably, opens the bag and grades the wax with the cheese grater. That's really a good idea. I was thinking I might try some beeswax with that. That candle wax was way too thin to make. And I'm not sure if I want to mix glue with it. With the crayons, I kind of question the crayons too. The crayons, if I could get it, maybe I just needed to wait just a little bit longer. What happens is on those crayon and the candle wax, it's hot wax when you pour it in the little spot there. I have a silicone mat that has little round spots where you can put your seals, but the metal from the wax seals are so heavy, and that the crayon wax is a little bit better than the candle wax, but on the candle wax, that the weight of the seal just went right straight down to the bottom, and you know, there's just wasn't anything on the bottom of those wax seals. Now on the crayon wax, I think if I would have waited a few minutes and let it congeal a little on the bottom, because it made the bee. I reviewed my video. That's what I did today. I reviewed my video because I wanted to see what I really wanted to see where it cut me off between part 1 and part 2. But when I pulled the bee, which was a black crayon with metallic crayon in it, it was really kind of pretty. The bee showed up really good, but when I went to rub the little silver part on it, I pressed too hard and I pressed the bottom out of the seal. And if I just would have let that congeal a little bit more, I think the crayon would have worked. But I've seen instances, now it's been a while since I really watched too many wax seal videos, where when they use crayon, they mix a little glue with it to give it some stability. Like Mod Podge, something like that, I think. I'd have to go look again. But I have to be honest, I just favor buying the sealing wax and using that. I like to play and experiment, but if I'm running into issues and if I really want to make wax seals, I'll use the real wax for wax to make the seals that you buy. But then I had that silver gilding paste, and it's drying up on me. And I tried to mix a little water in it today, thinking it would, soften it up, and it didn't. But after the stream, I was thinking I should try some glycerin with it, or maybe some gum arabic with it. And I have both, so I'm not going to throw out we used to get those, what were they called? They used to dry out. They had lids on them. What were they called? You guys know what I'm talking about. And there was such a complaint about them drying out. And I used to put glycerin in those. So I'm going to try a little glycerin in that. A mineral oil might work. Yes, mineral oil might work. I have that too. Are you going to do any journal pages tonight, Jen? Yes, I am, but I kind of like to visit too, Allie Kay. I'm going to do these smaller pieces as journal pages. We're going to collage some napkins down. I'm not going to specifically work in journals that I've already made. Are you getting bored, Jen? Hi, Jen. Welcome in. Barb, which Barb came in? Hi, Barb Fillion. Welcome in. It's good to see you. Allie Kay says, I think I'll get the hats and stuffy done. I'm not sure about the Christmas mail. I think she's talking about her crochet projects, Allie Kay. Is that what you're talking about? You're never bored? Good. Yeah, you probably were just asking what I have stuff out for. Yeah, I'm going to, this is, and to honestly, looking at this now, you guys are seeing it underneath the light of the camera, so you're probably seeing it a lot more clear than I am. If I took it outside and looked at it in the daylight, I would probably see what you're seeing in the camera. But when I look at this in the light in here, this is pretty dark. Now this is okay. I'm liking this, but this is kind of dark for me too. But I'm going to leave it that way. We might lighten some things up on here with maybe some pink paper. All right, let's get started with some napkins. Keep chatting, and I'll peek in every now and then. Let's see. These are flip notes. These are postcards, leaves, tea bags. I don't know if I want to use these. These are little, I want to call them cigarette inserts. These cost, gift to Helen. I must have been from Helen. It says gift to Helen, 1 times 4. Huh. I'm not sure if she was, I think she means gift from Helen. I hope, because I have it now. It's been a couple years. All right, we're getting the napkins out, what I have here. And we're just going to collage some napkins down on this. And I might stamp on this. We'll see. And then I have a whole bunch of fabric for those dolls. I'm not going to work on the dolls tonight. I've had enough dolls for a while. So, let's put some wax paper down. And I guess when I use the wax paper, I do like to, it doesn't stay forever, but it does help. Gotta get my spritzers out here. Oh, after lunch, I just pile. I need to. I had that problem this morning. I pile things up here, and then I lose track of what I have in what. All right, and the fan's blowing my papers around, and I'm going for the spritzer. What I like to do on my desk is, I'm going to kind of keep my hand here to keep splatter off of the... I like to put water on my desk before I put the wax paper down, because it prevents that wax paper from shifting around. No, that's not the empty or the open one. I learned this making pie crust. I learned it all by myself. You guys probably knew it was a hack out there. Somebody else is probably doing it somewhere. But see, I have such a problem when I'm working with my wax paper moving around. But when I put water down, it kind of grabs onto my wax paper for a while. It eventually dries. But, all right, we are going to collage napkins down on here. And I'm just going to use everything I have. I just need to use up. I mean, all the napkins that I have. Probably won't use everything that I pulled out. So I'm going to start with this one. And we'll just do this napkin here. I think it's a half napkin. And it kind of goes with what's over here, in a sense. And I want to use up my glue that's in here. It's school glue, and I have a goal of using this up so that I can put the glue all in it. And it's probably got about a third in there. I'm going to put a little water in there. And I don't dare put one more thing up on that cart. Let me get a towel and a glue brush. Yeah, I was thinking I would design some seals tonight for my Christmas wax seals. But then, I want to do this and I want to do that, and we might do that later on. We might design a couple. I don't know if I'll get to carving them. Dee Dee says, Meri, you have too many projects going. And she's right. I want to do this and I want to do that. But I have been better about not getting involved in things. Like swaps. I did a couple of Beth Schuler swaps. I'm going to put it up there and hope it doesn't fall. But I have trouble meeting swap commitments. And when I start having that trouble, I just don't swap anymore because I feel so bad for the people that... I did send out the postcards, but it was an August swap. And I never really got Happy Mail sent with it. But I did send postcards, so they got something. And they probably saying, don't worry about it and all of that, but still. and they still might get something. At Christmas. Here's the rest of your August swap. Christmas of 2025. Yeah, Mary's really bad. Just ask Sharon Lombard. But I did send out my giveaways today. I'm very proud of myself. I think one of the things that keeps me from the Happy Mail is like when I have several things to mail out, it's getting it all. It's not making it, and it's not giving it away. I can let go of it. But what it is preparing the Happy Mail, addressing the envelopes, getting the stamps, writing the notes, all of that stuff. It took me an hour after my stream to get all that stuff together and ready to mail. It wasn't just like pop it in an envelope, even though that's what it looks like I did. Because I had to hunt the envelopes. So that stuff slows me down. And I'm using a wax paper here to kind of smooth this stuff down. And I'm not going to put glue on top of it. And we're just going to set that aside and let it dry. And we're going to go to another one. What did I do with them? I put them up above, saying, I hope they don't fall. And she reaches for them. And I'm working from the inside out. This one is a polka dotted one. And some of these napkins I can use on more than one sheet. That one just happened to be half of a napkin. And some of them I'll have to pull apart. Come on. Now I get out my double-sided tape. This is the roll I had in the box. I pulled it out. So there's one layer. And we'll fold it up. Sort of. And let's get the other layer off of it. Come on. They kind of emboss the ends of these napkins in. Kind of makes it hard to open it up. The embossing. If you get it past the embossed area, which is down here, I'm going to have another piece of tape. Yeah. Pulled up too much. This one's a little harder to open up. Come on. There we go. Some of them are really embossed down in it. I suppose they think it's a well-made napkin. You can wipe your mouth and it won't disintegrate. It's really embossed in there. Once you get it going, you're okay. These edges. Yeah. This is the where I tore it. It's really glued down in there. Not glued, embossed. That's okay. And I'm just going to keep that for trash. And then I'll use this side. So I'm going to fold it like this. Fold it like that. And just fold it. Fold it. Now I got that wax paper there. Hold on, I got too much stuff out here. Those are that's my towel. This is trash. My scissors, did I put those back? And I just fold this up. This is the side I want to use. So I just cut it in half this way. And you have less to cut. It's a lot easier when you do it that way. And we're going to put it down like this. And what did I do with the brush? It's here. Let's put the tape over there. I have all this. Let me move this pile of fabric that's sitting over here. Hold on. These are the napkins, but I got a big pile of fabric from doing my dolls. And they're just taking up space. See? A big pile of fabric. I can move my napkins over there and give me more room. I still have the wax paper in my lap. Let me put this behind me. No. Yep, I'm afraid if you guys saw my room here, you would turn and run. But, you know, we all have our working ways. Some of us need a completely clean room. I feel better when I have a completely clean room, but I still can't find anything. Where did I put this? Where did I put that? What did I do with this? Sometimes you clean so much that... But I do agree if you have a special place for things, and if you always put it there, that's what you need to do. Ooh, that's too much probably. And I'm getting better at that. I'm not perfect at it. But I can't find my mini attacher now, but I didn't put it away. I did not put it back in its little bag. I have the bag, but I don't have the attacher. It might be in my little toolbox over there. I don't know. I haven't looked. But I cleaned out the space in front of my stash room door. I was able to get in my stash room tonight and get out those boxes. Alright, we're going to put this right down here. Sort of like that. And I'm just going to press it down, and I'm going to use this wax paper. And I don't care if it wrinkles. You can, you know, gently. You don't want to press too hard, because it's wet. It's absorbing all that glue. So there's the second one, and it's wet. I'm going to set it aside and let it dry. Let's get out another one. And I'm working from the inside out, so this is the blue one. And I probably don't have enough napkins. I'm going to look in the other boxes and see if I have napkins. Now this napkin, I kind of disintegrated it, but I think I can still use it. I think it'll still work for me. So I am up to today on my Inktober. I have not done today's yet. I think I'll do it tomorrow. Today, and I think I'll do the weekends tomorrow. Today, Saturday, and Sunday. And I am keeping up with it. I'm trying not to do things that will be ultra challenging, you know, try to make things look photogenic and stuff like that. Just get in there and play with your pen and ink, or your paint and ink, whatever you're doing, your paintbrush. I use a paintbrush a lot with my ink. So I'm doing pretty good on that. Now, and I am making the attempt to, I'm doing pretty good on my slow stitch. My slow stitch really is my journaling for this year. My slow stitch journal really is my 2024 art journal, is my slow stitch journal. But I'm doing all this other stuff too. But I'm not so focused. If I don't complete this other stuff, I'm not going to, you know. But I do want to complete the slow stitch journal. I need to work more on the cover. And I need to work more on the documentation. I'm going to see if I can't push this over a little more. And I want to finish my December daily before December so that I can work on it in December and document in December rather than putting it together in December. This is wet. I'm going to put it aside. I'm going to pull out the green page. I may not have enough napkin. Oh, this is not green. That's yellow. I got a yellow one, I think, and a green one. This paper is, no, that's yellow. It looked green. Do I have more than one sheet there? No, it's only one sheet. I must have seen this one must be green. No, I don't know what made me think it was green. It's yellow. So, let's see, what do I have over here? Shall we do let's do this napkin. I might have to use the whole napkin on this. This is postage. Oh, I got those stamps. So, I'm going to cut it here and put over here. So, right when we want to fold it this way, hold on, let's fold it this way. And then, because I can read it here, I'm going to put that there, and I'm going to cut it here. I might cut it just a little below. Cut it a little below so I know it covers the whole piece. And it does. And then we'll use this piece, which will have to go at a different angle. But if I use this, it probably won't be as noticeable. I'll do it right in there. So let's take the backing off. Let me refresh my chat and come out and see what you guys are chattering about. What are you wittering about out there? I love that word, wittering. Lucia says, good for you, Angie. We all have to be naughty. Lucia, Angie, were you naughty? Let me see. Angie, what did you do? She says, Kel, I'm not being good tonight, but I'm trying to be good. Hi, Kelly. Kelly says, hello, hello. Angie says, Lucia, Meri needs a castle with 200 rooms. Well, that wouldn't be bad. I'm not going to object to that, but I'm not going to clean it all. We'll have to have 200 housekeepers for each room, Angie. Does that sound about right? If I have 200 rooms, can I have 200 housekeepers and a gardener and a chauffeur and, a cook? And a personal assistant to help me dress in the morning? I can't imagine. I guess they're brought up that way. They, I can't imagine somebody dressing me. I say, leave me alone. I can put my own pants on. Oh dear. But that was their culture back then. The royalty, the rich people had personal assistants that dressed, even in the South, the southern United States. I suppose the northern and the colonial times had people, the rich ladies had people who helped them. Now I could understand a dressmaker, somebody making your wardrobe, because I can't sew. Well, I can sew, but not like Becky does. I'm not a true sewer. I can make a dart and sew a seam, and I understand the patterns and all of that, but again, it gets to this head knowledge, knowing it, and technical ability are two different things. I never did too bad making my own clothes. I did mostly in high school and my freshman year at college. But then, when you get out working, you tend to buy your clothes. And now it's leggings and thrift store blouses. Okay, so this is going here, and then we're going to, I guess, take this one off too. So I still get a hold of it with this tape. Angie's being naughty. They're laughing. A crafter's dream. Well, I don't know about a castle, but I've often dreamt about schoolhouse, because there's a lot of old schoolhouses that are no longer occupied. And there was a lady, and I don't know if she's still there, but one of the local towns, the small towns, she converted a small town school around here in my area into a studio. And she lived in it, and then, she just went, when she went into her studio, she just walked across the hall, I guess. But in order to do that, you have to, here again, just ask Becky and Scott about the upkeep on that. Do you watch those videos where they're converting, one place is converting an old schoolhouse into a home. And there's all the electrical and the plumbing and the furnace room and, all of that to worry about. I'm too old for all that. I'm too old for that even for a house. If something happens to my brother, I probably will not stay in this house, because there's no way that I can take care of a house. I'd probably move into an apartment. I would probably have to get rid of some of my stuff. That's going to be hard when it comes, but I'm not going to worry about something that hasn't happened yet. I may go before he does. I'm going to enjoy it while I have it. That's what you have to do. You have to enjoy what you have and be thankful for what you have while you have it. Yes? I like my little room in here, even if it is messy. Even if it's just a teeny bit disorganized, and I have to jump over some boxes and move them out of the way, and, hey, at least I have it to move. I came down from Wisconsin. You guys have heard me talk about this in my van. And of course, I didn't know where I was going to live, and I didn't know what was going to happen to me. And I had kind of an idea, but, you know, nothing's for certain. And I only brought 6 little boxes. I call them little boxes because they were not big moving boxes of art supply. I had 6 boxes. And for about the first 3 or 4 months, that's all I used. But then I started getting more, and people would send me things. Annie V and Norma Branson and Deborah Mayo and Leona. I forget. She was the one who sent me my first Happy Mail box, a huge box of stuff. She was a part of Shannon's, I'm not getting this on, Shannon Green's group. And she must have seen me from Shannon, shout out from Shannon. And she sent me a whole bunch of stuff. And then Deborah Mayo did. And then Annie V sent me several boxes of stuff. Well, it's either too high or too low. And now, and then I'm better off now. I'm on full retirement now. I was not on full retirement when I first came down here because I wasn't old enough. But I'm on full retirement now. And I have a little bit more of an ability to purchase things. This is still, I guess I'll just, I don't know what I'll do. I can still pick it up and kind of adjust it a little. But I really have more than I need. And I know I do, but, you know, I'm thankful for the things I have. Can I move that down a little? And I'm grateful for what I have. And I have a lot more time to do art than I did when I was working. You know, when you work full time, I did do art, but I did not stream. I started my channel in 2013, and I had this little Motorola phone, little flip-top phone, and finally, I could get on the internet, but finally, they wouldn't let me on the internet anymore. They said the phone couldn't handle it. So I bought a smartphone, and that was still not the most sophisticated thing in the world. So if you see some of my older videos, you know, the quality isn't there. But things have changed over the years, and I'm just going to leave this until it dries. And I'm a lot happier than I was back in the day. I've adjusted. I'm kind of enjoying my retirement now. I need to get out and get, there's the green. I was working on the inside. I pulled that one from the outside. We'll do the green. I thought I saw green. I thought I saw green. And let's see. Here again, this is just a little table napkin. Let's do the, well, this is a table one too. Let's do this one. It kind of goes with the green. And it's not going to fit either, but I can match that a little better. So here again, I'm just going to, it doesn't really matter what way I fold it. I used to think it would be nice to have a little studio in a town, in a small town like this, in one of the buildings that are not occupied. But the more I think about it, you have to get if every time you wanted to do art, you know, you can't just walk into the other room. So I'm kind of happy. Look, I got my hand on this. I'm kind of happy with what I have. Because if I want to pull something out of here if I want to get my stitching, or if I forget to leave something in here, I don't have to drive downtown to get it. I think the Frugal Crafter used to have a studio out of the house. She's in a basement of her house now, I believe, and she has been for years. But I think when she first started, Lindsay, I think she had a studio. And a studio space would be nice, especially if you're among other artists, you know, working as a group. That would be fun. But then you probably would not, well, it depends on whether you were doing it full time or just like I do, play. I like to play. I've had enough work in my life. It's time to play. I'm straightening out this napkin. It's folded over here. Okay. And let's put some glue. So all I'm doing now, this would kind of be the refill project, because one of the suggestions was to glue napkins on book pages. Well, this is not book page, this is scrapbook paper, but what I really want to do is use up stash. And this is stuff that's been sitting around and it needs to be used. So I'm making all these journals that'll sit around when I get them done. But there'll be something to flip through 5 years from now. Now, I don't know what will happen if I have to move to everything. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. No sense in worrying about it now. I mean, you can think about it, like, or even kind of plan for it. I would probably put some stuff in storage. I have a storage unit down here. I'm threatening to do that now, just to get things out of the house. I tend to, if I see an empty space, put a box in it. Oh, look. I was rearranging mentally. I was rearranging our living room, because really what I want to do is, in my little stash room in there, I've showed them before in videos, where my brother has those shelves of airplanes, and I don't want to just pack up all his airplanes in a box. I don't think that's fair to him. He doesn't look at them, and he doesn't really, he wouldn't mind if I would do that. But in a way, before I got here, that closet was where he stored all his airplanes that he made. And up here on the shelves in here, I've shown those before too, and they're still there. But I was thinking that I would rearrange, because we got a living room and a dining room. And we also have, my brother orders the daily paper, and when he gets done reading it, he flops it on the chair beside him. And it tends to pile up behind the chair. And I was out there the other day taking all of, you can recycle them. We take them to the recycle, but it's ready to be recycled. And he has these little plastic baskets that he puts them in, you know, the little plastic crates. But they fill up, and then they just pile up on top of that, kind of really bad. Well, I was taking all the piles and putting them in plastic sacks, and then when we take them to the recycle center, we'll just empty them, and they have bins for them. You don't put the plastic sacks in there, you empty all the newspapers. And so I got all that ready to go, but as I was doing that, I thought, well, out in the dining room, there's a keyboard that his significant other used to play. See, this is getting dry. And I kind of claimed that keyboard when I came here. I said, oh, that's mine now. You know, he doesn't use it, but, and I don't use it either, to tell you the truth. I always wanted a piano when I was a little girl, because my little girlfriend had one, and I thought I wanted one too. I always wanted to learn how to play the piano. Well, I never got one, But when I moved down here, here was a piano. And it's still out there, and I put a covering over it to keep it from getting dusty and everything. But I was thinking, there's 2 places out in the dining room, and that piano is one place where we could put that where the newspapers are stacking up, because it's a keyboard. It's just on, it's probably about 3 feet high and 3 feet wide, maybe about, well, about 12 inches, maybe 15 inches wide. It's not very wide. It's a keyboard. And it's got earphones, so if you play it, you aren't going to disturb anybody. But I know if I'd move it up, I tend not to want to move it upstairs because it's electronic and we don't heat or air condition the upstairs, and it gets terribly hot and terribly cold in the winter. And I'm afraid it'll ruin the keyboard. But if I take those newspapers out, like he's got 3 bins there, 3 plastic bins of stacked up newspapers. And if I take those out of there, recycle them, take the bins and put them out in the back porch, and when one bin gets full, recycle it. I'm just going to put this on like this and not let it all stack up. And then I could get a bookcase and move out there in the dining room and put his airplanes on display on the dining room. And when people come, and even now when they come, when we have company, they always look at his airplanes, and he made airplanes and semi-trucks and all sorts of things out of pop cans. He quit doing that when his significant other died. He used to sell them on eBay. And now the postage is so expensive and all of that. But I think he would go for that because it would be putting his things on display. And that would give me more room in my little stash room for my boxes. That's the ulterior motive. We won't tell him that. I'll just say they deserve to be out here where people can see them. He's in bed now. He isn't going to hear this. My plotting. And see, some of you ladies in your homes, you have a say over how you arrange your furniture and everything. I don't have a say. If I think we've got too many recliners in the living room, I think we should move one out, throw it away. It's old and fallen apart. I put an Afghan over it, but I think we should get rid of it. But he won't hear of it. So there it sits. I'm not going to fight him because it's not my house. It's his house. So I'm just grateful to have a roof over my head. But I think I could convince him to put a bookcase with his airplanes out there. I didn't cut this before I put it down, so I'm going to have to cut it now. What do I do with my scissors? I think I could convince him that way. And I really think there's another little piece out there of furniture that all it has on it, well, it's got some scrapbooks on it, but we could take, I didn't get glue right in there. I'm going to have to cut that and glue it in. But we could still have the scrapbooks on a bookcase, and then on the other shelves we could put more of his airplanes. He's got a whole bookcase of airplanes, and he told me I could box them up. He said he doesn't care anymore. But I just, I just feel bad because I kind of enjoy seeing them, and I know people when they come enjoy seeing them. Now I've got a bubble here, a pretty significant bubble. I'm going to tear it and cut it and open it up and put some glue in there. See, look, I can get my whole scissors blade in there. I didn't get glue down in there. Let's just cut this. Look at that. And when you glue it back down, it won't matter. It goes way up. I must have forgot the middle. I was talking. Let's tear it. Let's smear some glue in there. And I'll probably put ephemera over it anyway, so. Sometimes you can do this, and it, for this type of journaling, it really doesn't matter. It's got a little bump in there. That's not perfect, but we're going to leave it. I'll probably put a piece of ephemera over it. Let's tear that off. All right. So that's my plotting. And if I take it in steps, he won't realize what I'm doing. So one of my steps last week was to bag up all those newspapers. And we go shopping every couple weeks. And they got a recycle center up there where we take them. And I told him today, I said, we need to take those newspapers in, and he agreed. I'm going to move this up or down? Up. So I'll get rid of those, and then I'll say, oh, look, I think we can put this little keyboard behind here where those newspapers were. And we'll take the baskets that the newspaper are in and put them back out in the back porch. Underneath he's got a dehydrator on an old school desk, a school desk that moves. A steel with a laminate top type thing. And I'll say, we don't need 4 or 5 baskets. When it gets full, we'll recycle it. We'll take the other baskets out in the garage. How many pages do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4. And I've got 1 napkin left here. 2. Well, you know what? I might be able to, let's see what's in here. I think there's more than 2. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Let's use these. And look, this is pink, gray, striped. There's only 3 left. Well, that's good. And I'll have a napkin that I'll keep. A woman's high shoe here. So let's do the pink one. Should I come out and look at chat before I do this? I think I shall. Let me refresh chat. I've just been wittering. I've got 2 more people in here. Welcome in. Welcome in, folks. I'm feeling good tonight. Hi, Mitzi. It's good to see you, Mitzi. Hello, Lucia's here. She says, if we have to make a big purchase for the house, I look at the stuff and give him the choices. I'm trying to convince my brother to paint the kitchen for the last 4 years. I would like to see our kitchen painted. Now, the thing of it is with these shoes, I'm going to have to cut it here. So what I'm going to do, let's see how much. Let's cut it and see how much space. Well, I'm going to read chat. Brenda said, that sounds like Bo. He does get the living room remote in the evenings because the bedroom TV is dumb. He can't get the YouTube on it. Hi, Lori Pink Girly. It's good to see you and Chris. Hi, Chris K. Welcome in. It's good to see you guys. Hi, hi, hi. Let's see. Who else have I missed? Brenda is here. Lucia says, same for my Brenda. My hubby lets me do what I want. He's in charge of the TV remote in the bedroom. The rest of the house he leaves up to me. Well, you know, see, I'm the sister of the. I would imagine that when he lived with his significant other, or when his wife was, when he lived with his wife. He was married for a good 20, 21 years, and we won't rehash his personal history, but they divorced, and he took up with his high school sweetheart. That's the short and sweet story, and they've lived together until he passed away. I mean, she passed away. He's still living. Excuse me, I found that funny. Sometimes I wonder, though, sometimes he'll go take a nap in the afternoon, and he won't get up until, I worry about him sometimes. He doesn't get up until it's time for supper. He scares me sometimes. I had to, you know, because she passed away in bed, his significant other, and he told me that he got up in the morning and went out in the kitchen and made coffee, and it got to be around 10 o'clock or so, and she wasn't up yet, and that's how he found that she passed away. She had cancer, though. She had cancer in her throat, and she was taking all sorts. He thinks that the medications got tangled up. He thinks it was a medication mishap. That's what he thinks. But he found her. And it scares me when he sleeps so long like that, because, and when I go off shopping sometimes, I go, I wonder if I'm going to find him alive when I get home. You know, we're both getting up there in years. I mean, we both still have years of life left, but, you know, you think about those things. And I worry about him when he goes off by himself to go shopping. I always say, be careful. And he is a careful driver. Oh, I'm tearing the napkin. He is a careful driver, but I always worry that, because there are a lot of semi-trucks, and, you know, not everybody is careful. And I always tell him to look out for the other guy. I said, you can be as careful as you want to be, but the other guy could, you know, you got to watch out for the other guy too. Well, this isn't tearing good. But I am, you know, I think about what would happen if I found him unresponsive someday. And it will probably happen. Well, this napkin is not, is it the, I don't think there's another layer. I think that's why I'm having trouble. I'm pulling up the only layer there is. But it's still good. I can still use it somewhat. You know, I'll take care of that with ink or something. I think there's only one layer to this napkin. And I pulled it off. Where's the... And if something would happen to him, and if I could maintain this house, it would be ideal, because it's enough space for me, but I don't think I could take care of this house by myself. You know, well, he replaced the sewer. We put in a new kitchen floor, got him convinced to do that. What else did he do? He built the garage out there, paid for a new garage, paid for a new roof. We had hail damage, a storm came, and yeah. And I couldn't afford to do all that. So I could mow the lawn. I can sweep the floors and, you know, take care of the little things, but I could not pay to have I could probably get the hot water heater put in. I could probably pay if that went out. But, you know, there's a lot of maintenance going in a house that I don't think that I could handle by myself. And that's why I would probably move into an apartment situation or a townhouse. I just have to learn how to do more with less. And I always said if I end up in a nursing home, because, you know, you get old, everybody gets old. But if I end up in a nursing home, which I may someday, I worked in nursing homes when I was young, so I know what to expect. It won't be you know, but if you give me a pencil and a piece of paper, give me my phone, give me some books, leave me alone, I'll be fine. I always think that. And I think that's what you need, how you need to think about if you're in that type of a situation. Now, I'm going to take this and put this up here. And I think there's just enough to put on there. And I'll cut that off. And I don't know what I'm going to do over here. Maybe I'll do both of those. So let me, I got some glue on there, but I need some more. Yeah, I think about those things. I don't think my nephew would, you know, they're off leading their own lives. I would never expect him to take care of me in my old age. That's really a burden on him that he doesn't deserve. And then he's about and my younger brother, God knows what he would say or do. I wouldn't even trust him to get my mail. I love him, but I wouldn't trust him. We have too many differences. I would trust him. I don't think he's dishonest, but I don't think he would. I wouldn't, well, you know what I'm trying to say. I wouldn't want to burden him with I wouldn't want to burden any of my family. And I never married, so I'm a single person, so I don't have sons and daughters to take care of me. So maybe I'll go before anybody goes. And then I'll look down and say, I'm doing fine up here in the sky. Come on up. Confess your sins. Oh, dear. And Jesus will say, Meri, stop it, or I'll send you to the other place. Meri's just chattering. Meri's wittering. Meri's wittering. Now, can I put these here? I think I'll try. Do I want to, or do I want it to try to? No, I think I'm going to... I think I'm going to try to put them like this. Let's see what I do. These napkins are kind of odd shape for this page. So I'm going to put glue on this. But my older brother, he's so laid back. The one I'm talking about now that I worry about. He's laid back. He doesn't, you know, he does let me do what I want in here. But if I change things around out there, he knows it. You know, and he'll comment if he doesn't appreciate it. If I move something and I did move all my boxes out of the dining room. When I was cleaning in here, I moved a lot of boxes out there. And I finally got them all back in here, and I think he appreciated that. I think he appreciated me getting those boxes out, because, you know, you got to have a decent living space. My room in here is pretty crowded, but I won't do that. What's this? I don't know what that is. Oh, that's part of the bow. I covered it up there. It's okay. This is kind of weird. I'll probably put something over that. Maybe over here and over this. I don't know if I want to cut up those other napkins. I think I'll keep them. Because it kind of ruins them. And I got 3 here. I don't think I'll cut them up. I think I'll save these. They're the wrong size. I've got 2. I'm going to see if there's napkins in those other boxes. And I might just throw these whites away. I know you can stamp on them and paint them and all of that. But let me reach in another box. I've been putting all my papers over here. Let me get them out. These are papers that I've been... Hold the phone. Collaging on tonight. They need to be trimmed. And this one was already done. I need 2 more decent sized napkins. Yeah, I get along pretty good with my older brother. You know, yeah, he's kind of laid back. We have our disagreements, but we don't... I don't... oh, look, here's another piece that I... Oh, I see what happened here. I grabbed 2 sheets. So we got 3. I need 3 napkins. So let me see. Let's see, is there any more napkins in here? No, that's what I... Let me pull out I bought out 4 boxes and I went through 2. I want to look for napkins. I need 3 more napkins. And I think I can set this box here. This is box number 13. Are there napkins in here? I just want... See, this would make a good junk journal in here. What is this? Crayons. Stamps. Little bezels. Treasures, trinkets. I don't know if I have napkins in there. There are more trinkets in here. Some lace. Let's pull that out. And what's this? Steel wool. I don't see napkins. Oh, but look at these clips. I'm going to save those out too. Some post-it notes. I need those. Some more trim. This is the... I don't know if they even sell this anymore. This is that twisted trim. I don't want to pull it all out though. Some little white, yeah. These are snaps. I don't see napkins in here. I'm looking for napkins. I don't see any. There are more trinkets. Stuff. What's this? A stamp? You're not more awesome. That's fit for tonight. Here's a wooden feather. What's this? Some tacks. I don't know why I bought tacks. I think I thought they were brads. A big pop can. Put wax in there. What's under here? What is this? Pull it out. Bags. Well, this isn't anything. I'm not gonna... I pulled more stuff out that I didn't want than... Yeah, we'll put this back. We'll come back to this another day. Straighten it up. I pulled out the clips, because I've been looking for bulldog clips, and post-it notes, and some of that trim. But no napkins. I got 1 more box to look at. I have 20 of these boxes that I filled. I only brought 4 out. Are there napkins in here? Oh, there might be. A sack, map paper. Here's one of my stamps that I carved. Lucia got some of that stuff with the, I was playing that game. It's a wrinkly paper, papers, napkins, no, wallpaper, pastel crayon box, it's empty. This is all paper. This would go for journaling. This box might stay out for a junk journal. Paper. But I don't see any napkins, but here's some tissue paper. Maybe I'll do paper. The tissue paper, scrapbook paper, photocopy of stuff, graph paper, book paper. What's in here? I'm going to keep that out. That might be something I can use. So this would make a good journal. I might put together some, I've got journal stuff that I need to bind yet though. So we'll come back. Maybe we'll make a journal and put these as in. Now I might just stop on, not do the other two. I was thinking I could collage some of this down. This is old 1909 newspaper. I got these from Jerry. She was going to throw them all out. And she said, if you pay the postage for everything, I'll send it to you. I think I paid about $50 worth of postage. A whole stack of 1909 old yellowed drying up newspaper. I paid the postage. I saved this for the floral. I should probably go back in there. I want my post-it notes. I'm going to put this aside over here. I'll grab them later. This feels like, oh, it's a magazine image. This is kind of cool. I think it was talking about criminals. But I think it was printed like this. It's folded over. And I like this image. I don't go for the gun there, but these are just fussy cuts, I think, out of a Smithsonian. Look at that. These are fussy cuts. Yeah, Meri went fussy cutting one day. Atelier. 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 What magazine was this? Architectural Digest. I saved it because of the Atelier. Well, I'm getting sidetracked again. I like this. There's some eyes looking at us. And I'm going to put this newspaper back in. Or what I could do is trim off all of these and collage it onto at least one of them, maybe two of them. Let's do some trimming. What time is it? Oh my goodness, it's already 9:30. And all I've done is collage napkins and wittered. I've collaged napkins and wittered. I'm going to throw those behind me. I'm going to get rid of the white stuff. I'm not going to save it to... this is a towel, and that's a towel. But I'm not going to save these white backs. I've got a whole box of white backs. Well, maybe I'll save it to wipe my brushes off on, but I'm not going to stamp or anything on it. And I saved these bulldog clips. I was looking for those to... I tend to use bobby pins. And I'm going to put this back in one of those kits, so that goes back in there. So let's trim. This doesn't have much to collage, but these others do. I might get some. Where's my scissors? I put them back. We're going to trim. here. I should probably get a bigger scissors. It's not that much bigger. Probably could tear it at this point. Doesn't have to be even. What about those? Find a decent pair here. How about these? I tend to abuse scissors and paintbrushes. The great abuser, Meri. Come on, Meri. I'm really bad cutting. And I'll throw these little pieces away. I'm after the larger pieces. Okay, there's that one. How many junk journals can you make, Meri? Oh, hundreds of them. And they are just junk journals. It's not junk journal in the sense that Shannon Green is doing one out of all food packaging from her kitchen. And I got one of those, was it from Shannon Green or Beth Schuler? It's a travel magazine, Wilderness Travel. It came in the mail yesterday, I believe. And they have beautiful, beautiful, I thought of Janet Nash, because she's on a safari, I think. And they had, you know, beautiful pictures in that travel magazine. They sell cruises and safaris and trips. And I think they publish that magazine quarterly. And you can subscribe to it, and it's a beautiful magazine that they give away. I'm going, how can they afford it? They must be rich. I don't think I'm going to have enough to scrap to do another. We'll see what the others are like. So far, I've just been trimming little pieces here. They must be rich. Or maybe not everybody goes and orders a magazine just for the big pictures. But Shannon Green, she'll order those travel magazines and everything from several places. And she uses them in her mixed media. I like, every now and then, I like one or two, like that one. Now here's some bigger stuff that, what I'm thinking I can collage. We might get one collage out of this stuff. Well, and then I tear it. Just tear it, Meri. Not all of it tears so good, though. Yes, I'm going to make a journal. I think I'm going to use those as insets. This one's pretty well... Uh-oh. This one's pretty well trimmed already. And then this one just has a few pieces. I don't know if I'm going to have enough to do anything substantial with it. I might just throw them away. We'll see. I can get a full page collage out of the scrap. Got one more over here. I don't even feel like I feel like I've only been online a half an hour looking at what I don't have done, what I have not accomplished. But I spent some time chatting with you guys in the beginning, so that took up some time. I like to chat with you. Now I'm just wittering. Now I'm just chattering to fill the dead space. Okay, I'm pretty happy I got a chair up there, but I'll put something over that. So these are the ones I've done. Kind of raggedy. All right. Do I have enough? Let me see. Let's just grab a... Let's see what I have. I have that one. I have all these little things. Little one might go good down there, though. I have this one. Now I'm just getting into scraps. Yeah, I don't think I have enough. I'm gonna throw it all away. I'm just gonna toss it. I'm done with it. I'm done. I've had enough of it for one night. That's washi tape. I'm gonna put that in a drawer. Let's just throw this away. Let's put my brush in the water. I still have some fabric pieces over here. Don't tell, I'm throwing all those scraps away. And I have 3 sheets, I think, left here. And I probably have napkins in that mess over here, but I'm not going to unpack it. So what I want to do, I have these. This will go there too. What I want to do, and I'm thinking about those. We'll just put them right here. What I want to do is, let's put this away. I'm done with the glue. Let me get a piece of wax paper. Put that away. Away means where it belongs. I do put that away. All right. So I'm going to get that box out that had the papers that I said could be used for journaling. Is that this one? No. I got those tea bags. Ooh. Don't tempt me. I think it's this box. Yeah. Let's see what I can build here out of these papers. I'm going to move my pens and pencils down below because I could very well knock them off. And this red vase full of stuff. What did I... Oh, those are tea bags. I'm going to put those back in the box. I'm not going to use those. Postcards and stuff. I'm going to put this stuff back in. I pulled it out. They need to go back in that box that had all the little stuff in it. And I'll put this down below because I need room. I need room. Okay. So what I want to do is start building a journal. Now here's a map page. But I think if I fold it in half this way, and I like my journals to be smaller these days. I don't like the bigger journals. I like something I can hold in my hand more. I used to make larger journals, but we're going to tear. We're going to put together some signatures out of these papers. I'm going to start using this stuff up. Look, I got this Dove Candy bookmark. I'm going to put it down with that box of stuff. And the pages will be kind of wrinkly from where did I fold it? Right here. Can you guys see? You can kind of see. Let me tear this. I might have to I think I'm out of focus over here, out of frame. Let me redo things. Let's pull this over here and put this box over here out of range. There. And then I like the pages smaller. And we'll find some sort of a book to put these in. And I'm not going to paint these or anything now. I'm going to be building a junk journal is what I'm doing. And I'm going to combine a couple of these boxes so I can put more stuff that I have out here in them. Loose stuff that I have. I'm going to toss that. Here's a piece of painty paper. Obviously it was a backing sheet. I was using it as a wipe off. But I like this type of stuff. Looks like I got a print here of some, oh, that was a stamp, I think, or a stencil. Some kids in there. Can you see it? It was I think I have a stamp, either a stamp or a stencil, and I was testing it there. I didn't like it then. I remember I didn't like it, but I like it now. And here's this is just collage fodder. This is that old newspaper again. And you can see how old it was. It's fallen apart, but I'm not going to try to fold it up. There's some tissue paper. It's an envelope that I stamped on. There's a stencil that I cut with looks like some sort of a flower that I made. And this could actually go for a cover. Let me put this here. Put that underneath. This is stuff that I probably won't use. These are calendar pages. I don't know. Do I want to use them or not? They're kind of, oh, I'll put it in the maybe pile. Collage stuff. This is more for collage. The smaller pieces looks like I punched some holes in there. Here's a napkin back. I'm going to throw it away. This is a bag, collage bag. Here's some pink paper though. This is kind of pretty. I think I'm going to. It's really thick. I think this is the bottom here. How come it's so thick? They glue a bottom to it. They layered it here. But if I fold it, hold it, I gotta throw this away. If I fold it the width of my page, I can make a small page out of it. I might have to trim it. Where are my scissors? What did I do with them? There they are. We're just going to use this stuff up. I'll make a junk journal. And then this one, I won't try to make a page out of that. There's one I can fold. This is a tablet paper. So I think I can get at least one empty box. That's just a sap. I don't think it'll. Number 15. Here's a Crayola box. Pastel. I think I'm going to throw it away. Some of this stuff, you keep it, you go, why did I keep that? Now, here's some wallpaper. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to cut it the width of my folded page here. About. And then we'll cut it and we'll use the leftovers for collage. Or tags or something. So we'll put that there. I got a whole bunch of it. I'm not sure where I got this. It's pretty, but it needs to be used. I got it just about right on there. That'll make a pretty page. And I'll save these. And I've got more. I'll come back to that. What's this? I love napkin. There was a napkin in there. Part of the newspaper. This, I have a photo. One book, and I have it, the journal here someplace. I was trying to get this photo on here. There was a boy and his dad walking. And in one of those childcraft magazines, I'm not going to get much out of it that way. Out of those childcraft magazines, they had a father and a son walking, a vintage one, and I have that photo, and out of the childcraft magazine, and I always wanted to put those two together, and I never could. I even took it to the library, and this is the result. We never did get it to my satisfaction. But I'm going to use this as a page, and I might as well use this one too. Let's see I don't think I'll get all of them on here. I could fold it though. Let's see, maybe like that. There's two tablet pages there. and it'll be just a bit short. But that's okay too. At least I'll have his head on him. At least he'll still have his head. I won't cut his head off. And when I say that, I mean over here. And see, there's another one with the head down at the bottom. We'll fold this one in half. Be about the right size. And here's as close as I got. I don't think I'm going to cut this one up. I'm going to save that one. We had a time figuring out how to get it sized. And I did not know the library printer. I got a printer, Jim. Now this is a painted piece of poster board, which would make a nice color. Again, too. Now we're getting into this stuff. Let me pull those out. Our favorite game. Oh, look, I have a recipe written on here. Brownie mix. 3 tablespoons of water, a cup of fourth cup of oil, and egg. Brownie mix, a large bag. The recipe. I don't know where I got that. I have an idea, but and that's just one sheet, isn't it? Is it folded? I don't think so. There's a couple of those. Here's some of that I was talking about this morning. This is when I did batiking, and or this could be a wipe off. I'm not sure. I'm going to make washi paper out of it, or washi tape. Here's a stencil that I did. I'm not sure I want to mess that up. That's that is paste, you know what I'm talking about. The term's not coming to my head. I must be getting old. You like old papers? Lucia says you could use all those leftover bits for tags and tucks, and yeah. I don't want to cut this. Modeling paste is what this is. I don't think I want to fold it or cut it up. I might just save it around. Yeah, I agree, Lucia. There's a lot of ways that you can use all that. I'm kind of putting them in their own pile there. These were some envelopes that I sent out. I was in a swap, and we did tags. These are some tags I put in a, was it a zine? And I went to the library and made these copies. Look, there's my old stamp. They're going to go in this journal. This will be a fat one if I use all this paper. I might have to make more than one journal. This is a pattern, I think. I'm going to fold it this way, and I'm going to trim it. And I might fold that. I could fold this too, but I'm not going to. I'm going to trim it. I'm going to trim it. There we go. Here's some book pages of an old cookbook. Here's another one of those, whoops, that went over the cliff, whatever it was. I think it was a scrap. The father and son there walking down the street. I might get no, I think they're, the arms are, no. The man is there and the boy will be on the other page. That really should be folded this way and put in the center of a signature. If I fold it this way and use it in the center, I'll get both of them. It's a father and son. I like that photo a lot. Here's some graph paper. That's going to get tossed. I have to toss some stuff. And yeah, I think I'll just make it easy on me. Come on. I've got more of this stuff to clean out and use up. I'm just going to use it up if I have to make 100 junk journals. I'm not beyond giving away a junk journal, but I'm not sure you guys would like them. Because it's just junk. You know, if I put some stuff like this in it, you might appreciate it. We'll see after I get done if I could pass any of this on, and you guys could throw it away. Here's another one of these cover type things. I'll put that down there. And this, I think, is some paper that was sent to me. Paste paper. I think Becky sent this to me. It looks like Becky, doesn't it? She wrote paste paper on it. I'm not sure who sent this to me. It feels like scrapbook paper. I'm not sure about it, but I'm going to use it. Was it printed? This is all written on. It came to me in Happy Mail. I don't know if Becky sent this to me, or the only other person I could think of that would send this to me would be Annie V. Let's see. I read Lucia's message. Let me refresh my messages. Chat filter. Top messages. Chat filter. All messages. It's 9:59. I might finish this box here and put together stack up some signatures and call it a night. I don't want to keep you guys all night. I just got a few things left in here. I don't know who sent this to me. It's marked as paste paper. Kitty just says, I like old papers. Brenda says, I usually get my daughter's travel catalogs. This will make some nice pages in a junk journal. Paste papers. This reminds me of Becky, but I'm not sure. These are the this is obviously scrapbook paper. That kitty could have been on something else, and I might have just put it with the scrap paper in this box. Is what I think kind of happened. I know what paste paper is, and I know Becky gave me paste papers. All right, now I have, and I'm not going to tear this whole thing apart. I'd be here all night. I have a tablet of yellow legal. That's not even legal. Then, what's in the bottom of here is a Christmas journal that I made, I believe, in 2016. and I made copies of it. Okay, the box is empty. I'll show you this. I'm going to pull it out. But we're going to put all of this, all of these little things, including this. But I'll put that on top. And Lucia's right, I can use this stuff for belly bands and collage and pockets and folds and you know, that type of thing in the junk journal. So I'm not going to throw it away, especially these old newspaper pieces. Here's a part of an envelope. There really isn't that much. And that's down to the... And then I have the calendar pages. I don't know. I guess to be true to it, I could tear them this size. Keep them out. And I'm not going to do any more with this. I'm done with that. And I think I'm going to combine a couple boxes, but I'll do that online. My goal is to get at least one empty box. Now this was part of a Christmas journal I did for my grandniece in 2017. And she got the original. But I did this from scrap wrapping paper. There she is when in 2017. Boy, she's growing up. Oh, here's some tissue paper. I'm going to put that back in there. A stencil. But I made copies of every page. And what does this say? Box 28, black top, plastic lid. That was some of my, I've already redocumented all that. But this is not, this is out of a book. It's something I couldn't cut up. I couldn't cut it up. How could you cut that up? I'm going to put it back in the box. And I'm looking for, there's some family photos in here of our Christmas. This is her teacher. This is about, now this was 2017. I came home in 2016, or I say home, I came back to Nebraska in June of 2016. This is a Christmas photo. This is her, she's got a some sort of a certificate here. She's just a little one. But when I came home, I went to visit, she had a school program during the day, and my brother and I went to her school program. And we entered the door, and I was ahead of my brother, and she was kind of that, I guess I catch her as she's coming out into the hallway. That's what happened at the volleyball game the other night. But anyway, she saw me, and she ran up to me, Aunt Meri, and she gave me the biggest, sweetest hug. I'll tell you, that hug has lasted 8 years. And then the same, now here she's just a young one. She's got the cutest little smile. Then this is part of the cover here. I think, see, I dated it. This is the inside cover. And this is the back inside, I think, or the front. These are some I took of just the inside cover here. But at the volleyball game, when we went, and she won that game, and my brother was talking to his son, and I walked out into the hallway and waited for my brother, and their team came running out, and she saw me and gave me the biggest, sweetest hug. And she's much older than that now. And here's my brother. I don't know if you guys can see this, but here's my brother, and my nephew is up on the house. They're stringing up lights. And my sister-in-law, she passed away. But I don't have my grandniece in the picture, But she saw her daddy up on the roof, so she started crawling up that ladder. She got way up there. This is her Uncle Brian here, and he was standing up. I'll catch you if you fall. But this was a journal that I made for her. Here she's at a downtown parade. And the ornament of a house is the people who frequent it. I think that's on the back cover because you see all this. So I saved the pages out of everything. Here's her. They had a golden retriever, Crash. And then this is Rubble. He was a golden doodle dog. You can kind of see his head there. He's got a toy in his mouth. And, or he's opening his present. They're opening their presents. That's what they're doing. They're opening their presents. And here she is at the Christmas play. She's got a little black dress on. And they had a Christmas play in the city auditorium. Got a picture of her there. So, and here is me sitting on the couch in 2017, and she's giving me my Christmas present. I'm all under a cover there. I was cold. I'm not that beautiful. Here she's making cookies. This is with her Grandma Judy, my nephew's wife's mother. And there's her Grandpa Dennis. And this is her Uncle Brian. Here she is with her dad. Here she's opening a present. I must have one in here with, here she with her Uncle Brian. I have to have one with her, with my brother. Because I know I took a picture of it. Here she is in her Christmas dress. These are just kind of memories for me. Here she is with my brother. This is my brother, and she was, you know, kids are sweet when they're younger. She was giving him a big hug. He just loved it. She will still hug him, but she kind of has to be prodded. You know, you get older, they're not huggers in that family. I'm a hugger, but they're not. So this is I'm going to put this together for myself sometime. This is going to be my 2017 December daily. But it turned out pretty nice. It was, the original turned out pretty nice. They used to get it out every Christmas. I didn't have it out last Christmas. I think they got tired of it. They get it out and put it on the coffee table. Well, the last Christmases we haven't been, they didn't really decorate. We went out for lunch, Christmas dinner. They invited us out. So how am I going to do this? I guess I'll just cut. I'm going to cut up these calendar pages. I don't care what's, they're flowers, and they may not, whatever they are when I open it up. See, well, that's pretty good. And then it's calendar pages. So I'm going to do that to, there's probably about 6 of them here. Some of them are kind of pretty, to tell you the truth. And I think I'll cut, it's not folded, but I'll probably cut it off. So let's cut it here. And we'll have a junk journal. But I'm not going to bind it tonight. I might put the signatures together yet, but I don't know about you, but I'm getting tired. This is pretty. Let's fold that a little better. I'll put my ruler here in the way. I guess I'll cut it this way. Oh, it's turning out pretty good for calendar pages. They're upside down, but I don't care. And I'll save the longer pieces and throw little snippets away. I guess it should go like that. And I think I might be able to empty 2 of those boxes. We'll see. I want to, if I get those boxes empty, because I got a lot of stuff over here on this cart that needs to be, I don't know if I want to box them up though. Needs to be straightened out because I'm having craft-a-lanches. It's all stuff I'm working on. This is the last one. I didn't have 6, I don't think. Doesn't matter how many I have. So they won their volleyball tournament in their division. I was showing the picture that I had on my phone. She's quite a little, well, they all are on that team. I have to say, all those girls are good. They're good volleyball players. When they get into high school, they're going to be quite a team if they keep it up. Now they're going to have basketball. And I don't think they'll win as much basketball as they do volleyball. We'll see. She's good at guarding, and her position is usually under the basket, you know, the other team. Rebounding, I guess. She's good at that because she's tall and she's got long arms, and boy, she won't let them get the ball away from her either. Okay, let's see what I have here. I think I'm going to make 5 piles. We're going to use these maybe for covers. Put it up there. And let's make, that goes here for the glare on the, so 1, 2, we'll see how many I have. 3, and these are shorter pages. We'll come back to those. 4, and that's a recipe page. 5, let's move these up. Now I got a scrap in there. I gotta empty my trash tonight. Maybe I should make 6 signatures. And we'll see. I might have to divide it up. 1, 2, 3. That's a small recipe. 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. That's a small one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, I've got 2 here. And then we'll put that one there. We'll put this recipe page there. And we've got some little ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's more of an assembly. So, and then I have my, what did I do with them? Where did I end up? Here? I'm reaching for them. I did not tear these up. I could tear them up, but I think I'm done with tearing. I think I ended up here. So these will go in this way. 1, 2. I might have to split these into more signatures. 3. And these are the ones I put napkins on. 4. 5. 6. 1. Really, I'm kind of liking these 2. Have to dig out more napkins. I know I got more. 3. 4. And then this is the one that, and these are the covers. Now, let's see how many pages I have here. Let's just do it this way. So I have more room. Doesn't matter how many I have in each signature, but I like to kind of even my signatures out. Okay, this one feels emptier for some reason. So I have 1, 2, 3 little ones, and 1, let's put a little one, 2, 3, I might have to tear, even though it's little, it's long, 4, 5, 6, 7. Looks like I have about 8 in a signature, which it makes a pretty fat signature. And by the time you put stuff in there, now I'll have to trim this down. I think I will. So I have 8 in there. Some of these feel thicker to me. Let's see. I'm going to put it up above. 1, 2, 3 little ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna stop there. 8 there, and I'm gonna save these out. We'll probably make another signature. 8 is enough. This one feels really little here. This has that. I'm going to put this with that. So I've got 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looks like 8 is the magic number. Which is a pretty full signature. One, 2, 3. We got 4 little ones. And I think I grabbed the little ones for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to save those out. That's just the map. These are the ones I'm saving out. 8 and 1 left. 1, 2. I've only got 2 there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, there should be 6, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I think I took some out. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll make this the, so I want to use it all. So 1, 2, that's to be debated. I don't know about that. 1, 2, 3, 4. That one's going to have to be mended, but we're going to count it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think what I'm going to do, this is 9, but I think I'm going to take that recipe one out because it's pretty, and I'll use it for something else. So I got 6 signatures with 8 pages of varying sizes, short and long. These I'm going to put back with the others that I have. These I think I'm going to use as covers. I don't know if I'm going to make 2 journals or one big fat one, because by the time you put stuff in here, 3 would be a pretty fat journal. And I could I'd probably make a separate spine, make 2 journals, 2 junk journals like this, but I'll probably cut this and put a spine in there so that I can expand this stuff out so it won't be all crunched in there, and then when I start putting it in, it'll all alligator out. So I'll find something for the spines, and I'll have 2 of them. Now all that other stuff in that box, like Lucia said, can be used for pockets and tucks and belly bands and all of this. some of this stuff I actually want to keep. That's the Christmas journal, 2017. But I'll put this on top. So this box still has stuff I can pull out to use. This box, well, I did not use those. I'm going to put those in there. This box is the box, this has, I'm going to move my pages. This has bling and ephemera, and I think I can combine this with another box. I'm going to take a risk and put them up above. I've got a box here that's about empty. Let me pull it out. And I think it has stuff like this. And I'll go through and straighten this stuff out. The little flip cards, the flash cards, the napkins I didn't use. The lace, which really should go with my fabric, that bag. So I think I can get an empty box here. The feathers, postcards. That's needlework. This is linen here. The Aida cloth. Some people call it Ada. It's officially Aida. Some empty bags and an empty box. Now I've got one other box that, so I can work out of this box. I can work out of this box too. This one has more ephemera, like postcards and you know, things like this. This box has more papers that I didn't use and cut-offs. And if I work out of both of them, I should be able to, this box is plenty full, but I'm going to close it up. This is box number 1. So box number 1 is full of ephemera pieces. Box number 9 is empty. I'm going to keep it out. I'm going to put box number 1 over here on the floor. Box number 16 is kind of paper scraps that I can make tags and stuff. Box number, I don't think I really used out of this box. This is box 13. And I'll probably work out of this box, what was that, not 1 and 15, when I work in those journals, so I'll keep those 2 out, or close by. Box 13 might go back in. I don't think I used much out of here. I should have. I think I looked at it and said there's nothing in here, but there's stuff in here. This is a, I think that's an easel. Oh, no, I was going to make a, this is a man's, I was going to put a tie in there, I think. I made that page. And I think I was going to put a tie. Like this is a, I'm not sure what I was doing. That's paper. So this is more of the same type of stuff. Here's a National Geographic for Kids. Here's some filler paper. See, I can just keep going here. Some fussy cuts in here. A whole bunch of fussy cuts. I'm going to throw this away. I was thinking I could fill these with wax or tissue paper, but I end up not using them as molds. I'll save my feather. Wooden feather. Here's, I was saving that for, here's those. I called them sacks, I think. Yeah, they're sacks. They're weird. They're sacks, but they got, you can, I suppose they're sacks like lunch sacks or donut sacks. I don't know where I got them. Probably at one of the auctions. You know, like when you go to a 7-Eleven or a, and you put your donut in there. I got a whole bunch of them. I think I got them at one of the sales. And I bought this steel wool because somebody told me it would rust, but I did not have much success resting it. Here's some feet and some snaps and a box top, steampunk one. Piece of black paper, I'm going to keep that out. Some little trinket things. I probably got this in Happy Mail or bought it at one of the auctions. I think this was a Keisha box. I think, and I got some little clips and trinkets. I might have even got this from Keisha. I don't use thumbtacks. I think I'll donate it to Goodwill. You're not getting older, you're getting more awesome crayons and buttons. And what is that? I'm gonna look at this later. A string. Some of these bookmark clips. Some keys. Here's a little scissors charm. Some little staples. This is some staples. Micro binder. Little micro book. Here's a bling Christmas flower. That could go in my Christmas journal. I'm going to keep that out. Here's a big pop lid. Paper scrap. Be silly, be honest, be kind. Some more of that twisted twine. I'm going to throw this away. That's a case. I'll keep that. A big paper clip. I think this is Canadian coin. Little deck of cards. This is from a game, I think. 350 to 400, 331. CRAFTI. I'm not sure what that was. Maybe that was a prompt card. I'm going to throw this away. I'll keep this. So this is just more stuff. You know, you got to keep this, you know, you just have to have this stuff. I'll come back and use it another time. I'm not going to use it tonight. I kind of should keep those keys out. There were 6 of them. I think there's only 6 of them in there. 6 of them for my signatures. A stamp. I might come back in here. I could try to combine this with that number 1 box, but that number 1 box is stuffed full. So I might find another box and combine with this. This box is going to be, it has stuff in it, but it's not going to be packed. I'm going to put this in with my paper stuff. I'll put it in with the stuff you can make tags and stuff out of. Why I save this stuff, God knows. What we love, that's why. We save it because that's what we love. It's a post-up scrapbook page. All right. This could fill those junk journals right there. So this one, this box, let's see, that steel wool, I think I'm going to take it out in the kitchen. I may never use it, but we'll see. I'm not going to keep it anymore. I don't use it for in here. All right, this black paper I'm going to put up here. We're going to close this box up, but this box 13, I think I can put more stuff in it. Let me reach. Box 15 is the paper stuff, the cutoffs and stuff like that. I should mark that on here. And box number 1 has more of this stuff in there, but I'm going to throw it in there. All right, I'll probably take, and then box number 9 is empty. I'll probably take all of these back in the other room. I might leave the paper one out, but I'll probably put the empty one and the other 2 back in the other room just to get them out of my way. And let's put my red vase back up here. And my papers. Oh, look, I was going to look at this. This could go in that one I just had. What do I have here? I don't know what these are. I have no idea. It feels like vinyl. It might have come from, I'm thinking Shannon Green, I don't know. It feels like a vinyl piece. There's 2 of them. Let's see what this note says. Polymer clay doodads. Oh, this is polymer clay? Oh, this one has a hole in it. I think these came from Violet when she was still a part of Phibbsville. I think she made these out of polymer clay, these buttons, and she sent me some. This is just a round one. I think this whole bag came from Violet. And I do admire her work. She did a button here to look like a knitted sweater, if you guys can see that. She liked to make, whoops, let me go up higher. She liked to make buttons. She made a lot of buttons. She liked to, yeah. What's this? She made a little floppy shoe, a little shoe charm. That's kind of cute. And I put it away and I forgot I even had this. Here's another one of her buttons, her knit buttons. And here's a one that she did where she painted. A couple of these she didn't do anything with. They're just discs. I don't know if I could punch holes in them. And it looks like some little square ones. Here's a pretty one. Feels like it's embossed in the center. I don't know if I could punch holes in these. I'd hate to break them. This one looks like it broke. I think I have a broken one. They're polymer clay. Two little ones there. And it looks like she sent me some round pens. She put polymer clay around ink pens. I never did anything with this stuff. I wonder if this still writes. Let's try it on here. It doesn't write anymore. The ink's all dried up in them. But they're cool. There's another button, polymer clay buttons. This one broke. I could probably glue it back together. She sent me some little ladybugs. It's another one. Looks like I have 2 broken ones. Oops, I guess it goes the other way. Whoops. I don't know how this one goes. don't know if it goes to that. It doesn't look like this one goes to that. And this one goes to this. That's how it goes. Well, for only 2 broken ones, because it's been several years, she sent me some little ladybugs. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this. It brings back memories for me. I hate throwing these out. They don't work anymore, but I don't see how I could probably make feet out of them. I could send them to Arlene, and she could use them to make doll feet. I don't know if she'd want them. Maybe I'll do a giveaway. Maybe I'll do a giveaway, not tonight. This is Sunday night. It's getting late. I'm going to leave these out. I think I'll do a giveaway of this. I think that would be the best way to handle this. And I'm sure that there are people that would appreciate these knit buttons. I might keep one of the knit buttons for myself because I do like them. I might keep them both for myself. But this can be made into this is a tag. This could be put on a tag or made as a tag. I don't know if you can punch in it. I'll bet you could. And I'll bet you could probably punch this too. We'll see. Maybe I'll give one away and keep one. The buttons. I think I'm going to leave this out. I'm going to ask Arlene if she wants these pins for her dolls. She makes dolls out of weird stuff. And these look like they'd make nice doll legs. You could wrap wire around there, put a skirt on it. Put a skirt on it. A long skirt. I've got some fabric over here. Make a doll type thing. Arlene likes to do that. I like to do it, but I'm not. Okay, I'm going to leave these out. I'll find something. I'm not going to take a thumbnail tonight because I've got these out. So about all I did tonight was collage those papers and sort out these signatures. How many do I have? I think I have 6. I've got 2 covers with 3 signatures each, I think, in them. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to split this and give it a spine so it'll be bigger. And then on the signatures, I'll make them fit. I've got 6 keys. So I'm going to put a key on each signature. That's what I'm keeping out there. That's about all I did tonight. I like to do different things on different nights, but I did. Look, you guys. Look. Oh, look, she said. Look, Sally, look. Look, Dick, look, Jane. I have an empty box. I have an empty box. I won't be on again till Tuesday morning. And if Arlene is in here on Tuesday morning, I'll ask her if she wants these. If she doesn't want them, I'm talking about just the pins. I'll put them, I'm going to have a giveaway of this Tuesday morning. I might keep one button for myself. And if nobody wants them in a giveaway, I'll ask Arlene if she wants everything for her dolls. And if she doesn't want them, I guess I'll put them back in a box for a while. I have to say, not trying to be negative here. I don't want to get into negativity, but it brings back memories for me. And I think the best way to handle that is to honor the art, because this is nice art. Violet, I love the buttons that she made. I love this stuff, and I like the little ladybugs. I like this button. She does nice art, but the best way to honor it, her art, if it brings back memories for me, the best way to honor the art is to pass it on to somebody who will enjoy it. So I'm going to have a giveaway Tuesday morning. I'm trying to stay positive about it. I'm trying to phrase it in positive terms. So I don't want to end my stream like this. I want to, let's see. We'll see what we can end my stream with. Oh, look what I found. We'll end my stream by showing you this. I found this. See, I've been cleaning. I found all this owl trim. And I'm really tempted, as much I like the vintage stuff here, I'm tempted to take this off of the roll and throw the roll away. I just get so much of this stuff, it seems a shame. Maybe I'll ask Shannon if she wants it. This would be something that Shannon would keep. The paper items. It's really kind of cool. And it's marked here, I think the 12 here. It's perma-trim, Wright's Way. I don't know how old it is, but I think it's probably pretty vintage. I have to think about whether I want to throw this away or not. It's a good way to store it, but I'm also thinking that I could store it flat. They put it like this because they sell it in a store. Okay, this is how I'm going to end it, like this. We're going to put these here, and we're going to take a photo of this for my thumbnail. And what am I going to put on it? This is all I worked on. Let's pull one of these. What do I have? I have that. What did I do with it? Oh, I'm not going to hunt for it. I'm tired. We'll just leave it like that. Okay, I want to thank you all for coming tonight. Stainless steel won't rust. I don't think it will, Brenda. I think you're right. Maybe you could heat the ends of the pens to get the ink flowing. That's true, Ms. Lucia. I haven't tried that. Karen has a emoji out there. Lucia's laughing. I did find where the dust bunnies bred behind the bedroom TV, Bunny. Brenda says, I've been listening. I've been trying to fix Bo's TV so he can watch the weather in the morning. The Joy decided it didn't want to talk to the hopper. I tried to collect $49, the cost of a house call. He won't pay up. Oh, no. Well, I'm going to sign off. You have a really, really good weekend. I think I'm going to work on my Inktober tomorrow. And, oh, I said Tuesday. This is Friday. Is this Sunday night or Friday night? This is Friday night. I will be on Sunday night. We'll have a giveaway Sunday night. And I'll ask her. I'll keep those pens out and ask her if she wants them. Okay. Have a really good night. Thank you all for coming in. I appreciate you so much. Good night, everybody. Have a great weekend.